Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with the final episode of Spain 1940. That's right, I've gone very far ahead in the future in a practice game to actually see if anything else really happened, and honestly, nothing really ever did. So that's kind of why I've decided that we're going to wrap this up by me showing you what Spain has the potential to look like in 12 years from the start of the campaign that we did there. And yeah, so without further ado, here's Spain, ladies and gentlemen. All that green. That's right. It was interesting, the wars that happened. Like after the fall of the Axis powers, which you can quite clearly tell was pretty immediate, pretty devastating. The United States came out of this better than anyone, really. The UK, a strong second, and Spain, a strong third. Like you can see, the Americans actually pushed Germany all the way far into the east. Well, actually, no, Hungary. Sorry, this was what was left of Hungary. They had conquered all that land. The Soviet Union has since recovered. Now their land is most certainly splintered and gored, as you can tell. But the USSR is still a power to be considered. Now, all things, considered, though, I mean, they're not that big of a deal. Like, honestly, the real big powers are the UK and the US. And it should be noted that the UK pretty much conquered all of China. They took it back over from Japan. Another big winner in this war was Siam, who was at war with Japan and has taken over much of their lands in China. That's right. Honestly, China lost more than most other countries did at this time. Tibet has even been turned into a pretty decent power. And you have India and other peoples and whatnot. Needless to say, Spain has kept up with the major powers technologically by purchasing technology. Honestly, we're actually more technologically advanced than the British are. Like if you look at technologies here, we actually have more than them. And our GDP, even with our massive population, if you look here, you can see that our GDP is actually 1,125 as of 1952. That puts us not too far behind the U.S. The U.S. is actually, they've grown considerably economically speaking, and they're a freaking powerhouse. They've got 2,656 GDP. Now, there are some countries here or there that are still richer than us, but, I mean, they're really tiny countries that aren't dealing with a population of 133 million. I mean, we even have a stronger economy than the British do. So, yeah. I mean, all things considered, I've made it out of this playthrough pretty damn well. This has been a hell of a learning experience. When I first started playing this, I had no idea how to play this game, really. Like, I mean, I knew certain things, but I really didn't know how to play the game. Now I can say pretty confidently that I understand how the game works. There's a few systems I'm still sketchy on. For example, the supply systems, I'm still kind of iffy on it, but honestly, I think it makes far more sense than, say, Hearts of Iron 3. You build a supply depot further up the line, and bam, you expand your supply range. So yeah. But anyway, this has been a really cool playthrough, and like I said, I've had an absolute blast playing this, learning how Supreme Ruler Ultimate works, really getting better at it. Like, wow, Mexico has a bigger GDP than me. I'm embarrassed. But yeah, like really learning how to play this game and understanding it, and like I said, now I feel like I have a huge it's been a huge improvement, honestly, I gotta say, as opposed to when I first started playing this game. Because like I said, I mean, I really didn't have any idea of what I was doing. I really didn't. But it was a game that I always wanted to learn how to play, and I figured what better way to play it than to get tips from you guys, my awesome comrades, and just play it until I figured it out. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series as much as I've enjoyed playing it. And don't worry, there'll be more Supreme Ruler Ultimate stuff in the future. But like the main reason I'm ending this one now is because there really isn't anything else I can do with it. Like, I mean, I can continue playing onward through history, but it doesn't make a lot of sense because the United States is literally unstoppable. Like, I mean, they are unfreaking stoppable right now. Their army is massive. Like, their army is 5.62. That's their army staff. That is literally 10 times larger than my military. They're still, like, even the UK and me, if we teamed up together with Russia and pretty much all the major military powers in the game, we could all team up together and still not even put a dent in the size of the American military. So, yeah, this is pretty much game over as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, like I said, I really do hope you guys have enjoyed this playthrough. And if you would like to see another playthrough in the future, just let me know. If you would like updates on this game in the future, because I'm going to keep playing this and just kind of see what happens. I'm probably not going to do much aside from just scroll around and look at things and let it run in the background. But, yeah. So if you guys would like an update of what happens in, say, 10 years, so like 1962, just let me know. And we'll come back and I'll show you guys that and we'll go from there. Anyway, this has been Commissar Bro. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next series.